Hi guys, my name is Leora and welcome to my channel. Today I will be doing a book review of Serpent and Dove by Shelby Mahurin. Jonathan Ball gifted me a copy of Serpent and Dove for an honest review, and I also did a buddy read with Sandra from Sands and Stories. So a quick overview of what the book is about. Lou is a witch and Lou escapes the coven. She escapes to the city of Caesarine. Now the city of Caesarine hates witches. They believe that all witches are evil and wicked, and witches are basically burnt at the stake in the city of Caesarine. So what Lou does to survive is that she becomes a thief and she basically steals everything that she needs. The city of Caesarine is a very religious place as well. There are witch hunters that they call chasseurs. Reed, our male lead, is a chasseur, and events lead up to Lou and Reed having to get married. So Reed being a witch hunter and Lou being a witch, you can imagine that this is not a match made in heaven. If you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen that I often do Snapchat reviews. Now how I do Snapchat reviews is I choose 4 or 5 aspects of a book and I rate those 4 or 5 aspects separately. I then get to an average rating overall for the book. So with Serpent and Dove, I decided to follow the same structure today. I have chosen 5 aspects and they are plot and structure, world building and the setting of the book, the theme of the book, the characters and the character development throughout the book, and last but not least, the dialogue of the book. So let's get into my rating for this book. I gave the plot of the book 4 hashtags out of 5. This is very much a plot-driven book. Everything is about the characters' choices that they make and then find themselves in very unfortunate circumstances because of those choices. The plot flows very smoothly, the writing flows very smoothly. There's no stop-start, there's no hesitancy in the writing. I really enjoyed the writing in this book. Sandra and I were supposed to do a buddy read over a period of 2 weeks, but we ended up finishing this book in less than a week because, first of all, we had no chill. And secondly, because the writing is so smooth. There's something really comforting about Shelby's writing and I really enjoyed it. I gave the world building and the setting also 4 out of 5 hashtags. There's not a lot of world building in book 1. I don't know if that's the case for book 2. The majority of the story plays out in the city of Caesarine. Now the setting in the city of Caesarine is absolutely lovely. The movie reel that played in my head throughout this book was very much a Hunchback of Notre Dame setting. I imagined the characters as Disney realistic illustration, not comic booky or cartoony or anything like that. I envisioned the city in the Hunchback of Notre Dame with the church bells. I also expected this book to be a very dark, intense, magical, grim read, sometimes maybe a bit violent. So that is not what this book is at all. The atmosphere in this book is very light, it's very lyrical. It's not what I expected, but I'm not disappointed with the setting of the book at all. The theme of the book got 2 hashtags from me. The theme of the book is very clear throughout the book. There is no question as to what the theme is. There is obviously the romance, where it's enemies to lovers trope. Now that is not a spoiler at all because if you read the back of the book, it tells you that the witch hunter has to marry the witch. And that in itself tells you that it is a enemies to lovers kind of trope. Unfortunately, I did not see any other interesting themes in this book. Characters and character development. So characters and character development, I gave 3 out of 5 hashtags. I absolutely love the characters in this book. Lou is feisty and sassy. My 2 favorite characters were Ansel and Coco, and I really hope to see more of them in book 2. I unfortunately had an issue with our male lead. Reed is portrayed as being honest and honorable and loyal. He comes across as a bit boring. He comes across sometimes as a bit daft because he was raised with such strong beliefs against witches. He's very naive in certain areas. Throughout the plot, there's twists and turns, and every time a secret is revealed, he's very surprised and he cannot understand how he didn't know. And the rest of us are going, okay dude, but we all knew that. How did you not know that? I've read books where the male lead is both badass and intelligent, or where the male lead is honest and honorable as well as intelligent. With Reed's character in this book, I felt like there was a compromise made here. I felt like he couldn't be both. He was either honest, loyal and honorable, or he was intelligent, and Shelby went with honest, loyal and honorable. Where all the other characters started strong and maintained their strong personalities throughout the book, or developed even stronger personalities or grew within themselves, I felt that Reed's character actually became weaker and weaker towards the end of the book, and that was a big letdown for me, and that's why I could only give it 3 out of 5 hashtags. Last but not least, I gave 5 glorious hashtags to the dialogue in this book. The writing of the dialogue in this book is absolutely amazing. This book has one of the best one-liners I have ever read. The comebacks are quick and witty, and there's more than enough interesting dialogue to keep you reading right up until the end. So my overall rating for this book is an average of 3 out of 5 hashtags. Now that is a pretty good rating. It means that I really like the book. It's just that I found 1 or 2 issues with the story, or with the character, or with the book. Now my 2 main issues in this book was Reed's character, and then my other issue with the book is the romance angst and anxiety that I felt was a little bit lacking. There wasn't a lot of romance for me in this book. I sort of had the expectation of a ACOTAR or a Asimov anxiety, angsty romance. Oh, he touched my hand. Is she thinking about me? Oh my goodness, I'm so consumed by thoughts of him. I know I'm making it sound super cheesy, but that is what I expected from Serpent and Dove, and that is not what I got at all. It's a very low-key romance. It's very underlying throughout the book, and there is only that one intimate scene. Yes, it is sort of a graphic kind of intimate scene. The story did lack a little bit of the romance part for me. At the end of the day, I really did enjoy this book. It made me laugh, and at the end of the day, I couldn't wait to get back into it. I do think that if young adult fantasy is your genre, that you should definitely read this book. It is really an enjoyable book. I also received some book mail this week that I thought that I would wait until I chat to you guys to open it. So I know what it is. It is from Exclusive Books. I ripped off the tape so long. So the Illuminae Files by J. Christoph and Amy Kaufman. I finally found a copy in South Africa. So I saw this on Exclusive Books website, and the price was very reasonable actually, and they had something like a 36-hour delivery, and I got it within 24 hours. It was super fast. I was super impressed. Now the reason I was so desperate to get this book so quickly is starting Monday the 17th of February, I am starting a Illuminae read-along. And guys, thank you to everyone that has already joined the read along. I am so excited and so happy that so many people have joined. So the reason for the read along is I posted a video earlier in the week where I said that in 2020 one of my goals is that I want to read more genres that I don't normally pick up. Romance, sci-fi, horror, thriller, all those kind of genres. I tend to focus on adult contemporary, historical fiction, and young adult fantasy. I don't think I've ever read a sci-fi book. A lot of recommendations came through for this book, so I decided that I will start with this book. Now, as some of you may know, this book is quite intimidating. It doesn't look like too much of a chunky book, but the format is very different. It's interview styles, it's CCTV footage, and I decided that if I start a read along and I have a group of other people and other readers reading with me, that this will be quite an enjoyable experience. You are more than welcome to join along. I am going at a very slow pace with this book. I'm aiming for about 40 to 60 pages a day, so I'm going to try and finish it within 2 weeks. This gives me time to enjoy the book and also read other books. I also have other projects going on. We're going on a Cape Town trip next week, which I'm very excited about because I get to see my fellow Cape Townian bookworms, and I'm also going to be trying to do a vlog on my reading experience of this book. So I'm hoping if you're watching this video and you decide to join along in the read along, that you will pop on over to my Instagram page or my Goodreads page. There is a group called Octothorpe Read Along where we will be group reading the Illuminae files. Guys, thank you so much for watching today. This was my very first video. If you've liked this video, please click on the like button. I have other videos lined up that I will be posting soon, so if you want to see more of my videos, please click the subscribe button. And I will chat to you soon, guys. Bye!